Welcome to RPG Tech Productions. Today we're going to do the iPhone 5 spec roundup. So as you all know, the iPhone 5 has been announced on September 12th, 2012. It was on a huge Apple announcement. Today we're going to do the spec roundup and the iOS 6. So as you all know, that the iPhone 5 will be packing a dual-core A6 chip. It will have a 4-inch display, finally an upgrade from the 3.5-inch, a resolution of 640 by 1136 with 326 pixels per inch. It's gonna have a Corning Gorilla Glass and everything whatever you expect from an iPhone. 16GB, 32GB, 64GB like standard, and now it has a 1 gig of RAM, upgrade from 512. What else upgrade? Upgrade is from the iSight camera. The iSight camera, it's gonna have a panoramic view. It's gonna have a 720p front-facing camera. It's still the same 8 megapixel on the back, but it's gonna be real good quality. Some other minor improvements are just the 4G LTE. That's a major improvement. 4G LTE will be featured on this, with speeds up to 100 megabytes per second on 4G and 150 megabits on Wi-Fi, which is really fast. So do not expect. And it's still the standard battery, lithium battery. But now people have complaints on the battery life. But according to Apple, it will last the exact same time on 3G than on 4G. But I personally believe that it will not last that long. It will not last that fast, especially on a 4G network that can go up to 100 megabits per second. So as you all know, the iPhone 5 is going to come out on September 21st. The pre-orders have already started, but now if you order it, you're actually going to get it in 2 weeks, because today is September 19th, so when you go get it, it's gonna probably get it by the end of September. We will also get our hands on one and we'll also review and unbox it. And we will also give you guys all the information on how they improved and everything. And the thickness, it's 18% more thinner and 20% more lighter. So that's also nice feedback. So now that was all iPhone. Time to talk about the new iPod 5, 5th generation. It's gonna feature a 4-inch display, exact same Retina display found on the iPhone. It's the best thing. It's gonna have Siri. It's gonna be in 32GB and 64GB models. It's not gonna be in the 8 gig anymore. But no one really wants 8 gig, because 8 gig is not a lot. Like as you can see here, this iPhone already has this iPhone 16 gig, and it's already 2.6GB left only. So as you can see here, 8 gig is not a lot for an iPhone anymore these days. These days, 64, 32, maybe even 128 if Apple was planning to make it. So it's going to be 32GB and 64GB, $299 for the 32GB, $399 for the 64GB. It's going to feature a 5 megapixel iSight camera. So it's going to be a really nice camera. And it's gonna feature Siri, which is really nice. And you guys all know in iOS 6, Siri has improved. And now it can do in sports scores. It can do everything. As you know, right now I'm running iOS 5.1.1. So there's no use of showing it to you guys right now. But as you guys all know, it's gonna be running Siri. It's gonna have a better processor. Everything good. And now for the price of the iPhone. For the unlocked iPhone 5, 16 gig is going to be $699, which I personally think is not a bad price for a flagship device like Apple's iPhone 5. If you get a contract on it, it's going to be $199 for 16 gig, $299 for 32 gig, and so on. It's got $100 more, right? Every 16 gig goes $100 more, or 32 gig if you want 64. And then as for that, and then as for iOS 6, it's gonna feature all the only minor improvements are pretty much Siri and some other things like how the apps open, like this browser. It's like a more smoother browser, like you guys all know Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. That also got released on the Nexus SS. We have also reviewed that, so please watch that video. As we reviewed that's also smooth. This could be a nice browser. It's gonna compete with Google now. It's gonna compete with Android. Everyone knows Apple devices are gonna go sold out. Yeah, I actually 1.2 million on the first day were pre-ordered. That's a lot of devices. So please stay tuned. We will be doing a lot of reviews on this iPhone and on the iPod Touch, and also the new iPod Nano 7th generation, which I forgot to talk about. Sorry about that. It will feature a 2.4-inch display. It's gonna be touchscreen. It's gonna have everything rebuilt. It's gonna be better. Everything. It's not gonna have a camera though. And also the brand new EarPods that are featured in this that are featured in the new iPhone and new iPod Touch. It will have these EarPods at $30, which they actually reduced the price. It's gonna have a remote and mic, and the best of all, they're actually better. They actually noise cancel more, and they do everything better than the old ones, which I think is a good improvement. Well, anyways, thank you very much for staying tuned for RPG Tech Productions. Please stay tuned for our giveaways of some cases. We're going to give away some iPhones. Who knows, we might even give away something big. Just stay tuned and please click the subscribe button. Please leave your comment below and stay tuned for our channel and like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Bye now.